news.
Well, take a look outside. We do have those clouds out there, pretty low clouds this morning. And the trend will be that we see those clouds slowly kind of decreasing across the area. Now, if you saw some drizzle early this morning, if you were out early, that is now pretty much heading out of here. So that's going to be some good news. No fog, only because those winds are a little bit gustier this morning. But if you take a look at the satellite and the radar, the only thing out there is a little bit of rain making its way towards Green Bay. You'll notice the winds are coming out of the north, so that's going to keep us cool as well. If you take a look at the current temperatures, we are down into the 50s in some areas. How about 57 degrees in Baraboo, 57 in Camp Douglas? A good day to obviously turn your air conditioner off this morning, probably the whole day, with temperatures only getting to about 70 degrees here in Madison. So we do expect to see those temperatures nice and mild, also nice and dry as well. Temperatures by 70 degrees this afternoon, back to in the 60s by the time we hit this evening. For the rest of us, though, it is going to be 69 in Beaver Dam, Sheboygan at 69, Janesville at 70, and Prairie du Chien a little bit warmer at about 75 degrees. As we go through the rest of the day today and then into tomorrow, pretty much dry, sunny conditions will be on tap this afternoon and also through much of the day tomorrow. What we are going to be watching, though, is a little bit of a system pushing through late Friday night into Saturday morning, coming into play just after midnight here on Saturday into Saturday morning. And then that system is going to bring some showers and possible thunderstorms into early Saturday morning. So if you have any early plans on Saturday morning, this is probably going to be in play. That will be out of here by about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. So if you're getting an early start on the farmers market, you may want to bring an umbrella. After that, we are looking at a nice weekend in store and sunny conditions as well. Temperature-wise, though, this is what we do expect to see going forward. Notice Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even Sunday and Monday, we are going to stay at or below average. Once we get to Tuesday and Wednesday, we are looking at those temperatures on the rise, 89 degrees, 90 degrees by the time we get to Wednesday. And that day, Wednesday, is particularly going to be the day we are going to be watching those heat indices that are going to be well above average. So by Wednesday, expect to have a real feel or a heat index feel of 100 degrees or more in some areas. So we will be watching that. Hey, right now we're going to